AI is transforming our world, but not without consequences. Behind the innovation lies a darker reality. Surveillance, data breaches, deepfakes, and decisions made by algorithms with no accountability. As AI gets smarter, our privacy gets thinner and ethical lines get blurrier. Who controls the data? Who watches the watchers? In this video, we dive into the dark side of AI, where power, privacy, and ethics collide. Today we will talk about the dark side of AI, privacy, and ethics. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Mass surveillance. AI's rise has enabled unprecedented surveillance capabilities. Governments and private companies now track individuals through facial recognition, behavior prediction, and biometric data, often without consent. In countries like China, AI-powered systems monitor citizens' movements, moods, and even online activity. In the West, data from phones, smart home devices, and social platforms is collected, analyzed, and sold. AI automates this at scale, making it nearly impossible to remain anonymous. While advocates argue it improves security and efficiency, it's a slippery slope toward a surveillance state. Citizens often don't know how their data is used, stored, or shared. This erosion of privacy isn't just theoretical. It affects freedom of speech, protest rights, and personal safety. AI can misidentify individuals, resulting in wrongful arrests or targeting. Without regulation, surveillance tech grows unchecked, normalizing a society where being constantly watched becomes the new norm, sacrificing personal liberty for automated control. 2. Algorithmic bias. AI systems reflect the data they're trained on, and if that data contains bias, AI perpetuates it. This creates serious ethical challenges. For example, facial recognition systems have shown higher error rates in identifying women and people of color due to underrepresented training data. In hiring algorithms, marginalized groups may be filtered out if historical company data favors one demographic. AI doesn't understand fairness, it optimizes based on past trends. This cements existing inequalities and creates feedback loops of discrimination. Judicial systems using AI risk assessment tools have unfairly rated Black defendants as higher risk. These biases often go unnoticed because AI is seen as objective. But algorithms are only as fair as the humans who design and feed them. Without diversity in development teams or transparency in training datasets, AI can become a tool of systemic exclusion. Ensuring algorithmic fairness requires accountability, open audits, and deliberate checks against embedded discrimination. 3. Data exploitation. AI thrives on data, and tech companies have turned personal information into their most valuable asset. Users unknowingly give up sensitive details, locations, habits, medical records, every time they use online services. This data fuels AI models that predict behavior, customize ads, and even manipulate decisions. Often, people don't know they're being tracked, let alone how that data will be monetized. Many terms of service are vague, hiding behind legal jargon that buries informed consent. AI doesn't just use your data, it learns from it, stores it, and may keep it forever. This raises serious concerns, especially when leaks or breaches expose millions to identity theft or exploitation. Children's data, mental health insights, or even intimate conversations can be used to create detailed profiles for profit. Without strict privacy laws, AI continues to mine human lives for commercial gain, turning users into products in an invisible marketplace with no real choice. 4. Deepfakes and misinformation. AI-generated content, especially deepfakes, poses a growing threat to truth and trust. Deepfakes are videos or audio clips created using AI to make people appear to say or do things they never did. While some are harmless parodies, others are malicious, used to spread false news, defame individuals, or manipulate public opinion. Political deepfakes can destabilize democracies by sowing confusion during elections. AI tools can now generate entire articles, fake photos, or synthetic social media profiles to flood the internet with believable lies. Misinformation spreads faster than facts, especially when amplified by bots. Once a deepfake goes viral, the damage is done, even if it's later disproved. The psychological impact of not being able to trust what you see or hear online erodes the foundation of shared reality. Without robust detection tools, regulations, and media literacy, AI could be weaponized to distort truth on a massive, uncontrollable scale. 5. Lack of accountability. One of the most dangerous ethical gaps in AI is the lack of clear accountability. When an AI system causes harm, such as denying a loan, causing a crash in a self-driving car, or misdiagnosing a medical condition, who is responsible? The developer, the data provider, or the company deploying the system. Often, none of them are held accountable. This ambiguity creates a loophole where companies can blame the algorithm, while victims are left without recourse. Since AI decisions can be complex and opaque, even experts struggle to explain why certain outputs occurred. This black box nature of AI makes it easy to deflect responsibility. Worse, companies may deliberately obscure how their models work to avoid scrutiny. 6. Emotional manipulation. AI doesn't just observe human behavior, it can influence it. Algorithms that power recommendation engines, social media feeds, and ads are designed to trigger emotions that increase engagement. This often leads to outrage, fear, or addiction. AI can learn what makes you click, what makes you stay up late, or what content keeps you scrolling. These systems are optimized not for truth or well-being, but for attention and profit. Manipulative design patterns like endless feeds or targeted notifications exploit human psychology. Even mental health apps use emotional AI to influence users, sometimes without clinical oversight. In extreme cases, AI-generated bots mimic loved ones or deceased relatives to manipulate vulnerable individuals. The ethical question isn't just about what AI can do, but what it should do. 7. Job displacement ethics. As AI automates more tasks, millions of jobs are at risk. While automation brings efficiency, the ethical cost is often overlooked. Entire industries, customer service, transportation, even journalism, face mass layoffs as machines replace humans. Workers are left behind with little retraining support or income security. AI disproportionately affects low-income and minority communities, widening the economic divide. While some argue AI creates new jobs, these often require specialized skills that displaced workers don't have access to. The ethical dilemma lies in balancing innovation with responsibility. Companies adopting AI should invest in upskilling programs and transitional support. Otherwise, AI becomes a tool for corporate profit at human expense. Governments, too, must create safety nets and ensure equitable distribution of technological benefits. 8. Weaponization and warfare. Perhaps the darkest side of AI is its potential use in warfare. Military powers are racing to develop autonomous weapons, drones, robots, or software that can select and eliminate targets without human oversight. This raises terrifying questions about ethics and accountability. Can a machine decide who lives or dies? Who is to blame if it gets it wrong? Unlike conventional weapons, AI can learn and adapt, making its actions unpredictable. The line between defense and offense blurs when AI is used for preemptive strikes or cyber warfare. AI also enables mass surveillance of enemy populations, targeted misinformation campaigns, and psychological operations. Terrorist groups could exploit AI for attacks or propaganda. Without global agreements and strict control, an AI arms race could spiral out of control. Ethical warfare becomes an oxymoron when machines make lethal decisions. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.